Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Rahawa Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well. And Shalom to the hopeful elect that's continually plowing in his work. Let's give it our diligence to make a call and lecture sure in our faith, true sincerity. Now, this is I haven't thought of a title to this video, but whatever the spirit allows me to title the video as, but this is pretty much a response to Esau basically labeling us as a so-called black nationalist hate group, whatever politically correct term that they want to call us. And this is just Esau trying to put a label on us, and not just us who are a part of this fold, Great Millstone, starting with the Apostle Elders on down, but also IUIC, ISUPK, GOCC, and the rest, AOI, HODC. They're basically labeling us, putting labels on us because they're targeting us, and they're building up a case to come up and to come against us and to take us off the streets. All right, and to completely shut down his word, in which that's prophecy. That's Esau doesn't realize that he's fulfilling prophecy. Okay, because scriptures speak about there's going to come a point in time where this word is going to be is not going to be accessible. All right. So, it really is hypocritical of Esau to label us as a hate group because, for one thing, this land that Esau has sojourned, all right, because this is not his land, first and foremost, that's definitely got to be put out in the open because people tend to forget what went down in history, all right? But this place was built on hatred, man. Okay? This place was built on the backs, the sweat, and the blood of our people, the so-called Negroes, the so-called Hispanics, and the so-called Native American Indians. Okay? So for them to call us a hate group or whatever they want to call us, they labeling us as being hateful. Well, the so-called white man is hateful, man. All right? This land is completely tailored, and not just this land, but this whole society is tailored towards the so-called white man, which is Esau. Okay? If he wants to talk about hate, because that same hatred, and that's another thing too, man. I want to point this out, that the Most High himself also hates. Okay? The Lord, the one that you read about in the Bible every Sunday, talking about you people that just not tuning into this video, the one that you read about every Sunday, or the one that you always read about in the Bible, he also hates, man. Okay? And it's never changed. Even in the New Testament, if you read about it, it never changed. Okay? He still has the same hatred towards Esau. Okay? And he always will. All right. So, which, there's a reason why I got this image pulled up. It said when the Christians say the Most High loves, and, that's how we feel, man. Question marks go up in the air. Because it's as it is written, man. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. Let's go ahead and get it. It's like you. The book of Romans, the 9th chapter, 13th verse. Written in black and white, man. All right. And then when we bring out scriptures like this, they say, "Oh, what Bible you reading out of? What Bible you reading out of? What version is that?" It's the King James, man, the same Bible that you read out of. Okay. Except this one is not tampered with. All right. The only thing All right, we read now the King James 1611 version. This version has never been tampered with. The one they read now the NIV, the New International Version, which that's been tampered with completely. All right. It's Romans the 9th chapter and the 13th verse. So they want to speak about hate, right? Well, let's go ahead and go into the scriptures. Let's go into the Lord, right? Our Lord Yahushua, who is the master of both love and hate. All right. So Romans the 9th chapter and the 13th verse says, as is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Okay. Plain and simple. There's no getting around it. All right. No apologists like Vocab Malone can get around this scripture. No so-called pastor or preacher or a so-called prophet who one they self-proclaimed prophets, false prophets, should I say, can get around this scripture. All right. None of your world leaders can get around this scripture. And Esau damn well can't get around this scripture, man. All right. Verse 14 said, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? The Most High forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. All right. So the Lord is the one who chooses who he loves and who he hates, man. All right. So he loved Jacob, right, which is Israel, and he hates Esau, who is Edom, which are you Edomites, you so-called white people, man. He hates you, man. Okay. Let's go to Malachi. Malachi, the 1st chapter, in the first verse. Actually, yes, like it. First verse says, the burden of the word of Yahweh by Shemiel Shai to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh by Shemiel Shai, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith Yahweh by Shemiel Shai, yet I love Jacob. There it is. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Okay. So the Lord has made it to where Esau is, even in the future, all right, even though Esau has his kingdom right now, in the coming future, he's going to be put into slavery, all right, he's going to go into slavery, okay, and we're going to possess them, all right, we're going to possess them in our land, and after they serve that time of slavery, then that's when, after that time, we're going to destroy them. No more Edomites. That's how much the Lord hates Esau. All right. So that's your future. That's the future of the so-called white man. All right. Since you want to talk about hate, if you want to talk about hate, let's bring up the account of Christopher Columbus and what he did to the so-called Native American Indians. Was that love or was that hate? Let's bring up the time during the slave trade. Was that love or was that hate? All right. Whipping our backs. All right. Even still to this day, man. All right. You have a thing called gentrification, man. You set aside a group, a certain minority, which you call as a minority, which Esau is a real minority, man, compared to the other nations. All right. And including Israel, man. Israel is known as the sand of the sea. So Esau, really, you're the minority, man. All right. You want to call us the minority. All right. The reason why they call us a minority is because the society was built to cater to their needs, not us. All right. Not our needs. All right. Oh, what's that? That's hatred. Okay. So let's pull up the time. Let's pull up history, man. Let's pull up some facts, man. All right. Even going back to the time of the Romans, right? 70 AD. What happened during the time of Nero when he was ruling? All right. He burnt down the city, right? And he blamed it on our people, man, who were predominantly that were living in that era or living in that area that in that time were Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right. Was that act of love? Was that act of hate? Okay. Esau, you got a lot to pay for, man. All right. And yet, to this day, you cause a hate group. A bunch of hypocrites, man. Okay. But once again, man, the Lord said himself he hates Esau. Okay? Bring out another precept. Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, starting at the 5th verse. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. And our iniquity did have an end, man. All right. We served our time of slavery already. All right. But we're still in your hands, and you're still destroying us to this very day, man. Why is that? Because you still have that perpetual hatred towards our people, and you still continually shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, like the scriptures say, man. Okay. Still spoiling and destroying our people. That's an act of hatred. You want to call us the hate group or whatever, but you're the real hate group, man. All right. You don't only hate us, right? You hate this whole earth in general, man. That's why Esau has been messing up the earth. That's why the earth is hurting right now, man. The earth is corrupted, the earth is defiled, and the earth is languishing because this devil is in rulership, and the complete hatred that this devil has for everything around him, man. This man is self-destructive, man. That's why the Lord's got to destroy him soon. Okay. Now I want to get the book of Psalms, the 139th chapter. And I want to start at verse 21. It says, "Do not I," and this is King David speaking. The King David, who was after the Lord's heart, man. All right, a righteous man of the Lord. Okay. This is Psalms 139 and verse 21. It said, "Do not I hate them, O Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, that hate thee, and am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee." All right. So even David said he hated them that hated the Lord. All right. And he was grieved with them that rise up against them. And we share the same spirit. All right. We hate the ones that come up against Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. We hate the ones that come up against the men that were set up under Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, man. All right. Verse 22 said, "I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies." All right. So that's that perfect hatred. That's that hatred that's been culminating and festering to the point to where, man, it's through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai that we haven't done anything to you devils yet, man. All right. We haven't done anything to you devils because we're spiritual men. All right. We're not carnal. All right. And we know that vengeance belongs to the Lord. So when the Lord returns, he's going to exact that same vengeance that has that he himself said that he was going to exact. All right. Because that hatred against Esau is also festering within our Lord Yahushua, man. It's boiling over right now. All right. And he's going to lash out at you. Okay. Verse 22 says, "I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies." All right. Even David got enemies. David has enemies. Even the Lord Yahushua has enemies. Go read the book of Luke. All right. I don't remember exactly what chapter it is, but in the book of Luke, it says, "Those my enemies, which would not have me to rule over them, bring hither and slay them before me." All right. Actually, you know what? I'm not even doing that scripture any justice. Let me go ahead and get it. All right. Luke, the 19th chapter, in the 27th verse, it says, I'm going to get straight to the point. "But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me." All right. So even the Lord himself has enemies. This parable in this chapter is going into our Lord Yahushua, who these people inwardly call Jesus. These people that think he's an all-loving, a kind of guy, is a big pushover. Guess what he says, man? He said, "But those my enemies, which would not I should reign over them," because these people don't want the Lord to reign over them, man. All right, especially our people, man. Okay. They'd rather have some Edomite reign over them, right? Rather than the Lord, man. They'd rather have the slave master rule over them other than the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. Okay? That's why he said, look, bring them here, bring them over here and slay them before me, man. Right before my feet. All right? That's how the Lord feels about you 2/3 Jakes, man. All right? That continually buck up against his word. All right? Because it's not only a hatred towards Esau, but it's also a hatred towards 2/3 of our people, man. All right, I brought this out in the previous video that I did before. It was a few weeks back. I did it, but just to bring it back up again, man. Look, that's why we curse out our own people. Okay. Now, going from there, I want to get the book of Second Chronicles. I want to bring out an example because this is the prophet Jehu that came to Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, right? After Ahab was killed in the battle of Ramoth Gilead during that time. Okay. And this is what the prophet told him, man. All right. So this is 2 Chronicles, the 19th chapter, in the first verse. It's saying Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, returned to his house in peace to Jerusalem. And Jehu, the son of Hanani, the seer, went out to meet him and said to King Jehoshaphat, shouldest thou help the ungodly and love them that hate Yahweh by Shemel Shai? Therefore is wrath upon thee from before the Lord Yahweh by Shemel Shai. So Jehu was telling them straight. He said, look, should you help the ungodly and love them that hate the Lord? All right. And the answer to that is no. All right. Because Jehoshaphat was with what King Ahab wanted to do. All right. And that was during the time of Micaiah, the prophet, when he told him that, look, he was going to die at that battle. All right. And he didn't want to listen because he was saying that, look, this is only one prophet only spoke evil concerning me, and he didn't want to listen. Just like the 2/3 of our people today, man, they hear us out on the highways and byways, and they don't want to hear the harsh news and the harsh. They don't want to hear reality, man. They don't want to face reality, should I say? All right, and they don't want to face the truth because why is that? Because the truth hurts, man, and Jake don't want to hear it. Okay, therefore, when judgment comes, they got no excuse. All right. Now, Deuteronomy, the 5th chapter, in the 9th verse, it says, "Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them, nor serve them." All right, for I, the Lord Yahweh by Shemel Shai, thy power and my jealous power. Okay, now he was talking about the idols, right, the false gods. Okay, so he said, "For I, the Lord, thy power and my jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me." All right. So the children that are the 3rd generation and 4th generation are the fathers, man. All right. So therefore, that same generation is back today. And those are the same individuals that are of that generation that the Lord hate. Okay. Once again, man, since you want to talk about hatred, all right. Now, I had another precept in mind, but I can't think of it right now. But that pretty much hits the point, man, because very hypocritical, man. Let's let you know that Esau, how much of a hypocrite Esau is, man. All right. To cause a hate group, but we already know that's through the spirit, and Esau's building up that case, so it's gonna happen regardless, man. We already knew this was coming, so it's no surprise. But the reason why we're driven to do videos like this because we're passionate about this thing, man. We're passionate about this truth, and once again, man, this let you know that is real. So we want to ask, if the Most High hates, he does hate, man. All right. The Bible speaks about hate. Yeah, and we also hate. Hatred is a natural affection, man. Just like love is, man. It's a balance. Okay. There's an old saying that goes that I'd rather be feared than loved, man. I'd rather be feared than loved. Okay. Because with fear comes respect. All right. That's why we fear Yahweh Shemel Shai. So therefore we respect Yahweh Shemel Shai. We serve him, man. Okay. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay. But once again, man, going to the topic of hatred, people look at it as something that's really to them is evil spoken of, man. All right. But there's a such thing as a righteous hate and a wicked hate. All right. There's a hate in righteousness, which is the word indignation. All right.